Mimi ni mwenyekiti wa kikundi cha Nyabibuye Mrama. Kwanza kwa majina naitwa Tovanius Julius. Ni mkazi wa Rurenge, ila kazi zangu ni za kilimo. Hii kazi yangu ya kilimo ninaifanyia Nyabibuye, lakini saa zingine na hapa makazi Rurenge napokaa. Rurenge nimekaa na familia, ni baba mwenye familia. Na wanaikundi wangu ambao ninao ni wanaikundi 27 ambao ni kaya 27. Kwa hiyo kuna mambo mengi ambayo tulianza nayo tangu mwaka 2017, lakini leo hii kuna mradi mwingine ambao umezaminiwa na Caritas wa Corazon ambao umenisaidia kutupa mboga zingine tofauti ambazo kuna kilimo tofauti ambacho tunakifanya. Tukifanya kilimo ambacho ni tofauti na hiki, lakini hiki sasa tumeona muhimu wake kwa sababu tumekula mboga, tunaona ubora wake, kwa sababu mimi nasimamia kikundi cha Nyabibuye. Kile kikundi watu wanafanya vizuri kulingana na maelekezo tunayopewa. Pia hizi mboga zina faida kubwa kwa familia zetu, tuna watoto. Kwa hiyo tunafundishwa sana kulingana na mradi tuliopokea. Kwa hiyo tumepokea mradi huu ndani ya mwaka huu ambao mwaka jana mpaka sasa hivi. Huu mradi wa Corazon ambao unadhaminiwa na shirika Caritas ambao tunashukuru mpaka sasa hivi. Tunashukuru sana kwa sababu mnatufadhili, mnatujali, mnatupenda. Pia hizi mboga tumeona utofauti kabisa na mboga ambazo tulikuwa tunazitengeneza au tunazilima sisi kama kulima kijijini. Ni tofauti na mboga ambazo tulikuwa tunazipanda. Maana hizi mboga wale wengi tulikuwa tujijui kweli. Kuna baadhi hata mimi mwenyekiti wa kikundi nilikuwa sijui hizi mboga ni za aina gani. Ila bahati nzuri hizi mboga tumeelimishwa namna kuzila hata kuzipika. Ni mboga ambazo ni nzuri sana. Kwa hiyo pia nashukuru sana hii shirika la Corazon ambalo limetuletea hizi mbegu kwa ajili ya kunapika sisi kama familia yetu. Mimi nashukuru sana hii shirika kwa sababu hizi mboga hakuna ugumu wa kuzilima wala kuzimwagilia. Ugumu wake tu ni pale tu wewe unapotoka nyumbani, unapokuwa sehemu au unatoka ndani. Kumwagilia sio kazi ngumu. Unaweza kupanda hata kama huna shamba. Tumefundishwa hata kama huna shamba kubwa kusema unaweza kupanda zaidi na zaidi. Hizi mboga tumefundishwa hata unaweza kupanda kwenye kutumia magunia, na hiyo tumeona tumefungua kiakili kwa sababu hizi mboga tumezipanda kwenye magunia ambavyo ni kitu tofauti ambacho tunafundishwa tangu hii shirika la Corazon tangu tuteteze hizi mboga. Tunafundishwa kupanda mbegu hizi, kupanda cabbage wala nini wala hizi mboga za viazi damu hivi. Tunapanda tu kwenye udongo, lakini ilikuwa mboga tofauti. Lakini pia kuna mboga kabisa ambazo yani ni tamu sana kwa sababu kizila hata kifamilia hata watoto wanazipenda sana. Pia tunashukuru kwa sababu hii shirika la Caritas inatupenda, inatufadhili sana. Pia tunaomba wazidi kutuongeza ujuzi mwingine angalau tuzidi kuboresha kifamilia. Hizi kaya 28 zina mboga hizo bado zinaendelea kula. Kwa hiyo saa zingine tumefundishwa hata namna kuzila hizi mboga, namna kuzitendea. Kwa hiyo ni jambo jema ambalo tunamshukuru Mungu kwa sababu Mungu ni mkubwa. Kwa hiyo tunashukuru sana.
Mimi kwa jina naitwa Dina Agustini, kwa jina maarufu ni Mama Mosi. Niko kijiji cha Mrama. Kwa kweli naona umuhimu wa bustani hii. Tumepewa mbegu kutoka Caritas. Mbegu aina mbalimbali, ilikuwa aina 12. Tumepanda mbegu hizi. Changamoto tulizozipata ni kwa sababu ya kuku tu. Singekuwa kuku sasa hivi bustani ingekuwa inapendeza. Cabbage zinapendeza, spinach, cabbage nyekundu. Mboga aina mbalimbali. Hapa tumepanda viazi vyekundu hivi hapa. Ingawa kuku wametuharibia. Hiki hapa kiazi chekundu. Kuku wametuharibia, isingekuwa kuku, lakini tutajitahidi tuendelee kutengeneza bustani nyingine. Maana mbegu tumetunza, tutakuja tutengeneze bustani nyingine kwa ajili ya zile mbegu zilizoharibika. Maana kuna mbegu zimeharibika. Kwa hiyo tutajitahidi tunawashukuruni sana Caritas kwa kutuwezesha kutupa mboga za majani. Najua hapa kiafya tutakuwa vizuri.
Mlo wenu kwa siku ulikuwaje? Yaani kabla ya, najua mjaanza kula hizi mbegu, lakini tayari umeshaanza kupata picha. Kabla ya, hebu nipe picha halisi ya mlo wenu. Mlikuwa mnakulaje kwa siku?
Mlo wetu kwa siku tulikuwa tunakula maharage, ndizi, ugali kwa maharage. Tunatafuta mboga hizi za majani za mchicha, yani ndio tulikuwa tunautumia, labda na Chinese zile nyingine. Zipo zingine za Chinese ndio tulikuwa tunatumia, lakini sasa hivi tunafurahi kwa sababu Caritas wametuletea mboga mbalimbali.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Right now we are just at one of the participants in our sowing program, and this is a woman. Right now we are just at her family. This is her kitchen garden. It really looks amazing. Initially when we just came here, it was plain land. There was completely nothing. But right now, as you can see, she has grown a wide variety of vegetables, just like we are anticipating. So this is just one of the women that is participating in our program. So this is just one of the family. As you can see, she has kids, she has a family. So let's take a walk around and see how other participants are doing. Sasa mtu akikuibia, yaani unamwambia tu wewe njoo. Umetoka wapi? Unajua. Haya. Nipe kiasi cha mchana. Hiki kina afya 100%. Sasa hiki unaweza ukakila hivi kibichi, sawa? Au unaweza nikachukua kwa mfano kama hapa. Unaweza ukatengeneza, unaweza kutumia nanasi ukachanganya na hii. Na hii ukichanganya juice yote itakuwa nyekundu. Hata ukipika wali wote utabadilika rangi. Sio hata mimi kama nimepigwa nguvu. Kwa kinaitwa kiazi damu. Kuna mboga nyingi. Hizi tumezivuna sema tutembea nazo zote. Sasa hii carrot hata haijakomaa. Inabidi carrot yetu iwe kubwa zaidi hapa. Na kwa sababu hatutumii madawa, nilikuwa naambia unachukua tu unatafuna hata una wasiwasi. Udongo wa huu. Hello everyone. Welcome once again. My name is Lawrence and I'm the Tanzania coordinator for the Corazon Foundation under the program The Sowing Seed, that is intended to improve health and nutrition, livelihoods of our kinsmen, our children, increase agricultural production, but also extend knowledge in terms of proper eating and production in their homes. From wherever you're watching us from, we have friends from Rwanda, we have friends from Burundi, we have friends from the Netherlands, we have friends from the US, Uganda, Kenya. Wherever you're watching us from, I welcome you once again, to this edition. But secondly, we appreciate God for enabling us to see this brand new year. 2023 is a brand new year, and we have a lot we expect in this year. We are still strong, and we call upon all the strong people, to move with us to see the great things that this year has for us. So, over the past few years, we have been working on the Sowing Seed program, and we have seen gradual improvements in everything we do. We have seen gradual improvements in the families, in the lives that we touch, and I would like to talk about these advancements. I would like to talk about these achievements, because when other people are happy, when other people are healthy, it's our joy as the Corazon stewards. So I would like to briefly talk about what we do and what we have achieved so far, but also some little challenges, but also what we expect in this new year and the years to come. We are working on a very amazing program called the Sowing Seed program. And the Sowing Seed program comprises of, let's say, 4 things. One of the things that is comprised in this program is the issue to do with health and nutrition. how many people are capable of having healthy meals the whole year? That is the question that we are tackling. But also we are having issues to do with climatic change mitigation. We have seen all over the media, we've seen people talking about climatic change, but we have also seen the effects of climatic change. So one of the things we as the Corazon stewards are called upon to do is to train people and prepare them for these changes, but also to give solutions, to climatic change mitigation. Planting trees, irrigation, all the things that will help them go through. But we also have an issue to do with financial stability of, our kinsmen. With our program, we expect these people to go to another stage, which is a greater stage of seeing the opportunity farming and agriculture, holds for the future. So these are the stages that we go through, though it's a gradual process. But the first thing is health and nutrition, because malnutrition has been a big problem in many of the families. So exactly what do we do? So we have worked with a number of children care centers and orphanages, and luckily enough, by the way, I'm so happy to see that these people eat from these gardens. We are still continuing, we have a number of them.
Kwa majina anaitwa Sister Dorosela Mkasa Anatori. Naishi hapa parokia Rulenge, jimbo Katoliki la Rulenge Ngara. Nafanya huduma katika kituo cha watoto kinachojulikana kama nyumba ya Malaika Rulenge. Tunashukuru sana kwa ujuzi huu ambao tumepewa wa kufahamu namna ya kutunza bustani na jinsi ya kulima mboga nyingi kwa wakati mmoja za aina mbalimbali kama tunavyoona bustani yetu hii. Tunatunza watoto yatima ambao kwa matumizi ya mboga hizi ni faida mojawapo kwao kwa kujenga miili yao na afya zao. Watoto hawa wanakula mboga hizi, zinajenga miili yao na kuwasaidia. Tunashukuru Caritas pamoja na Corazon kwa ujuzi waliotushirikisha, na sisi tunawashukuru kwa ujio wao na kwa aina hizi za mboga ambazo wanatupatia. Na tuko tayari kujifunza zaidi ili tuweze kupata mboga na matunda kwa ajili ya watoto wetu. Pamoja na faida tulioipata kwa mboga hizi, lakini pia tuna changamoto ya wadudu wanaoharibu mboga. Wanakula viini vya mboga na hivyo mboga zinakauka, nyingine zinaoza. Lakini bado tuna jitihada ya kutafuta ni namna gani tunaweza tukawatiliti au kuangamiza hao wadudu ili mboga zetu ziweze kutoka vizuri na hatimaye watoto waweze kula mboga zilizo salama. Pamoja na changamoto hizo, lakini pia ningependa kutoa wito kwa jamii inayotuzunguka, wazazi wa watoto hawa tunaokuwa nao na majirani zetu na wote wanaotuzunguka na wanaotumia njia hii kupita, wasiogope kuthubutu kutengeneza bustani zao nyumbani, kwa maana ni rahisi kuwa na bustani kama hizi. Kwanza haziko mbali na mazingira ya nyumbani, unaweza kupata mboga kwa wakati wote na kwa karibu. Vile vile hazitumii gharama kubwa ya kulima na kuandaa, pamoja na kuhangaika kutafuta dawa za kunyunyiza kama wengine wanavyofanya. Hizi mboga zetu hazitumii dawa za kudhuru afya zetu na miili yetu. Hivyo nawaalika watu wote tupende kujishughulisha hasa kwa kutafuta namna gani tujenge miili zetu kwa matunda na mboga mboga. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki.
Okay, group number 3, we have what we call the sowing seed integration with institutions or schools. We came to realize that these schools that where our children, of course, our brothers, our sisters, spend much of their time during the course of the year we thought it would be wise if we train them on how to produce food for themselves, like integrating the students, the staff and everyone in the community, in the surroundings of the school, to take part in the production of food for themselves, not for sale but for themselves. But also it's a learning platform. We make these children or these students get connected to nature.
I was working a geography teacher at Rulenge Secondary School. Rulenge Secondary School is a diocesan school with a population of about 450 students and 50 members of staff, and a total of about 500 people living here. Our school was started in the 80s, and it is serving all of this region. And it is an agricultural stream school. We train students in agriculture for the national exams, but also for the practical aspect in the farms. So we involve ourselves in farming practices, including livestock keeping. And our purposes are two. When we do this, we aim at first training students so that after schooling, they can involve themselves in the farming. And secondly, we do this to increase the capacity of the nutritionally rich vegetables to improve the nutrition base of our students. And then thirdly, we increase the income of the school through other projects. Now, we have welcomed this opportunity of working with the Corazon because it fits exactly in what we do.
Okay, my name is Corazon. I'm a Form 5 students at Orlando Secondary School. I'm here to introduce our new program, which is called the Corazon program.
So they're connected to nature, they know, okay, this is how we make a nursery bed. So we have come to realize that the things that we train them are the solutions that are solutions to the challenges facing their parents back at home, because many of their parents are peasants. So we still call upon, and we still want more schools and institutions to take part in the sowing seed program when it comes to integration with the sowing seed program. So okay, we have done a lot, if I'm to say. Not a lot, but of course some people have recommended. For the last 4 years we have been able to give a lot of seeds to people. We have given a lot of seeds out for free, but also a lot of people have bought our seeds. I will talk about later about the sowing seed, the Corazon ticket that someone has to pay for, or you can pay for your relative or your brother or your sister to make sure that they get what we are talking about. So we have been able to touch a lot of people's lives, you know, in terms of training in our day-to-day integration. What do we train them exactly? One, the first thing we train them is the best ways to prepare your lands. When you move around in my area right now, a lot of people are using chemicals, you know, in terms of weed management, in terms of soil fertilization, in terms of soil crop boostering, you know, foliar, a lot of chemicals. When you look at pest management, a lot of chemicals, and it's really, 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 really hurting. So what do we do in our program? The first thing we do is train these people on the best ways to prepare your land. Composting, how to make your beds, the dark beds and everything the organic way, so that you know you have soil that is regenerative. You know, you have a lot of organic matter in your soil. We shall be walking around, we shall be seeing all these things that we talk about. One thing is we train them on how to make compost. That is during crop production, in the initial stages of field preparation. We train them on how to make beds that are well composted, but we also train them on how to make, for example, on how to make the beds. But later on, in a later stage, we train them on how to make liquid fertilizers. We shall be seeing using the organic matter, the resources that are available at our disposal, like use of tithonia, you know, the green leaves. Just like you can see, this green leaf is green, so it contains a lot of nitrogen. So how do we decompose it to make sure that we make very good liquid fertilizer or liquid foliar or booster, in any way you can call it. So we train these people to use the available materials to prepare their lands. But also, like we shall be seeing in our gardens, the second step is to train them on how to make nursery beds the best way. in these nursery beds we shall be seeing, we train them on how to make nursery beds in sequences. Like, you don't have to have a lot of seedlings in the nursery bed, but you have to have seedlings in sequences. Another thing that we train them is water management. We shall be seeing, we have our drip irrigation kits that we have, invented here, that help these households to use little water even during the dry season to make sure that they have a very big production. So we have our irrigation kits, but we also train them on how to mulch their lands, so at least they use the little water they get. But amazingly, we have trained them on how to make the sack gardens. I've always been talking to people about the amazing things a sack garden can do. You need almost like 3 liters of water a day to make sure that you have a production of almost 150 seedlings in one sack. So these are some of the things that we train these people, including the schools, the household farmers, but also any other participants that want to get involved in the sowing seed program. So we have, for example, we have our demonstration farm here that I'll be showing you around. Now, what do we do with our demonstration farm, or what do we do with the participants? The genesis of the whole program, or the genesis, the uniqueness of our program lies in the secret of this box here. This box here contains a wide variety of vegetables. We have 12 different types of vegetables here. So if you get these 12 and then you add your other vegetables that you plant locally, then you can imagine the number of vegetables you have. So what do we have in our box? I've talked about this over and over, but I'll also talk about today also. This is called the Corazon sowing seed box, and I would like to share briefly on what it contains. So here we have watermelon. We already have it in our demonstration farm, and it's growing really amazing. These are very good seeds, and the difference with this watermelon is it doesn't grow very, very vigorous. It takes a short space and you have a very good production. We have watermelon, but we also have iceberg lettuce here in our box. We have oak leaf lettuce here in our box. We also have white cabbage. We have Swiss chard. This is spinach. We have beetroot here, very nutritious. We have butterhead lettuce. We have African eggplant here. We have broccoli. We have red cabbage. We have carrots. And then lastly we have cauliflower. All these vegetables here go into a very small garden. What we are trying to train people is that they need to learn how to make what we call food forests. You have a wide variety of stuff in your garden. So we shall be taking a look on all this. This is our demonstration farm. As you can see, it's not a very big farm, it's just a small farm, but we have a lot of foodstuffs here on this farm. People have been harvesting for almost a month now. This garden has been here for almost 3 months. People have been harvesting for quite some time, of course. So I would like to show you some of the unique things that we have been doing on this farm. I call it a food forest. So I would like to start with one thing, the sack garden. Now I just want you to imagine, look at this sack garden here. This is a sack. It's amazing. This is a sack. What do we have on this sack? Now we have already composted our sack. It has enough nutrients in here to feed all these plants that you see here. So we have spinach, that is Swiss chard. We have broccoli growing up here. We have red cabbage growing up here. We have a tomato growing up here. We have beetroot on the top, but we also have lettuce somewhere here. Yeah, we have lettuce, and like I told you, this is organic. We don't use chemicals, so you can just harvest anything on your farm and eat it, just fresh like that. We don't use any chemicals here. So we have beetroot here. We have cauliflower going on the side. So on top here we have our irrigation kit that we use for irrigation. our tin here that we use to put liquid manure, but also we use for watering the plant. So one family can feed from this, you know, for almost 4 months plus before these crops can start flowering. It's amazing. Look, all these are sacks. This is also a sack. We have broccoli growing here. We have collard. We have spinach. We have lettuce on top. You know, it's amazing. So this is one of the things that we want people out there, you know, to practice. So with your box, imagine you can put almost 150 seedlings on one sack. But also another technology that we love most in the sowing seed program is a lot of people ask me if they can produce crops during the dry season. So we're introducing to you for the very first time in our program the irrigation kit. This is a simple irrigation kit that requires only 20 liters of water. 20 liters of water in a dry season for a day. So if it's not the dry season, probably let's say 10 liters of water a day or 5 liters of water a day if it's in a rainy season. So this bucket here can feed a bed of 6 meters, 6 meters long. So from here to the end there, almost 6 meters long. So you can imagine how many plants you can plant. Okay, so I also would like to show you how we make our gardens. First and foremost, let's start with this bed. I just want us to see how many crops are in this bed here. We have cabbage here, we have carrots, and we have very good carrots here. You see? You just harvest and, you know, check up the soil and you can still eat your carrots. Like I told you, this is we don't use any chemicals here. So we have carrots here. We have spinach growing here. We have broccoli here growing. We have cauliflower growing. So these are all crops integrated. We have broccoli, we have spinach, and other crops growing in here. But if you look on my top side of the farm, where we are preparing to put other crops, what are the technologies that we have tried to integrate in this farm here? One is we can't only depend on one type of crop, of course. So what we have tried to do is we have integrated other crops over this side. We have soybeans, but we also have maize. You can see here we are making our liquid manure that we shall be putting on our farms later on. So we have, this is amaranthus, we have our maize. We have a lot of stuffs even in this farm, and we still want to integrate more on this farm. So I think you can see just a small space and you have a lot of stuffs here. So you have a good forest. So let me come here. What we have here, when you look at this bed here, one thing is we have broccoli, yes. We have beetroot. So this is beetroot. I was talking about beetroot in the previous edition where I was talking about the seed box. We have beetroot here. You see we have amaranthus. This is Chinese cabbage growing here. We have cauliflower again. And then we have spinach growing. But one amazing thing I want to talk about is how do we manage our pests. For example, when you look at this bed here, we have cabbage growing here, very healthy cabbage. This is cabbage growing, this is beetroot. But in the midst of these crops, we have this amazing plant here. This is a flower. And when you go to our villages, many people throw away this flower. This is called the Mexican marigold. And it's well known for repelling away pests. So like you can see, these cabbages have no pests. They are very healthy and there are no chemicals that are used here to repel away any pests. So you can see, this is cauliflower again. This is broccoli. We have our Mexican marigold. We have amaranthus here. Amaranthus is very good for vitamins here. We have our beetroot growing. So you can see. So I can harvest as many as I want from this farm. You see? And harvesting is very simple. So if I had a family right now, I just want you to imagine how many crops I would harvest. So this is beetroot, and this is carrot, this is spinach. Yeah, this is Chinese cabbage here. So let's go on. Yeah, we have onions. Yeah, onions are also known for repelling away pests. So when you see, we have integrated onions in all our beds. So we have leafy onions here. We have red cabbage. This is an amazing and delicious plant. I like it. Of course, this thing is very easy. There are not much costs that are incurred here. The only costs that I can see incurred here are the technologies, the knowledge, and the information. So yeah, as simple as that. So thank you for seeing our garden.
Thank you.